Right now at 6, a federal worker speaking out after losing her job at the Northern Great Lakes Visitor Center.
And a new program is helping students with disabilities pave the way to higher education.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. The Doge honeymoon may be over. According to a Washington Post Ipsos poll, 52% of Americans disapprove of Elon Musk shutting down federal programs he deems unnecessary. Only 26% approve. And we have a story with a woman in northern Wisconsin who had her job effectively ripped out from under her. She spoke with us earlier today, and our own Allison Fergit joins us live with the latest. Allison.
Ken and Emily, Haley Matanowski was working for the U.S. Forest Service in northern Wisconsin. Her sudden termination is causing chaos, both for her personally and the visitor center she was fired from.
I loved my job at the visitor center.
For the last 10 months, Haley Matanowski worked as the administrative operations specialist at the Northern Great Lakes Visitor Center in Ashland, Wisconsin. That was until last Tuesday.
I was terminated with basically less than 1 day notice. There were a lot of tears from all sides on my way out the door.
She and 3 coworkers, all in their probationary period, lost their jobs. The reason cited, poor performance.
The leader that had to terminate me, she said, I disagree with this. You don't have performance issues. I've voiced my concerns to my leadership that this isn't right.
Haley says the staffing decisions came from either top U.S. Forest Service leadership or USDA leadership.
If it were up to center leadership, no one would have been terminated.
The decision to fire her for poor performance means she's left without severance. Her termination couldn't have come at a worse time. She's 20 weeks pregnant.
No one wants to look for a job noticeably pregnant.
Haley says the center has already seen fallout from the decision, and she's worried about what will happen when they reach the busy summer months.
What I see is people's jobs being a lot more difficult, a lot more stressful.
Despite the challenges she's facing, Haley says she's better off than some of the other 200,000 federal employees who've been let go.
I just think most about those other people that are really in dire situations, that don't have support from their family, maybe are still paying off huge student loans or have medical debt, that are really going to be hurt by this.
But she says it's important to not lose hope.
And so just finding any way we can to help each other and continue our mission of caring for this land that is all of our land.
Haley's husband is also a federal worker, adding another layer of stress and confusion to the situation. But she says for now, they believe his job is secure. Ken and Emily.
Allison Fergit live in the newsroom. Thank you.
Protesters gathered outside Republican Senator Ron Johnson's office in Madison against threats to Medicaid funding. They want Johnson to vote against a proposed budget that has at least $880 billion of cuts, including steep cuts to Medicaid. The protests come after requests to meet with the senator weren't granted.
1 in 7 Wisconsin residents uses Medicaid, and yet our legislators, our lawmakers are cutting it.
Senator Tammy Baldwin, meanwhile, again taking on prescription drug costs with a new bill allowing imports from Canada. The legislation comes as the White House exchanges tariff threats with Canada. In 2022, Baldwin helped pass the Inflation Reduction Act, which begins lowering costs for the first 10 drugs under Medicare in 2026.
A student at UWL is accused of sexually assaulting a woman in her dorm.
Police say 19-year-old Logan Zdanowicz assaulted the woman in Locks Hall. According to court documents, the victim felt sick after drinking at a party where Zdanowicz allegedly mentioned the term roofie roulette. Police say the victim was later carried to her dorm room and assaulted. During questioning, Zdanowicz was questioned about the phrase. Today, we asked students about campus safety.
We have our campus police, they're always out patrolling. So, I don't know, there's never times where I don't feel safe. And I usually walk in groups with people, so I'm never alone. I usually stay in my room anyway, keep it nice and studious, so I'll just keep an eye out, I guess.
Tonight, Zdanowicz is free on a $5,000 bond. And the university reacting to what happened, saying, quote, UWL is aware of a criminal charge against one of our students. While we can't comment on active investigations or disciplinary matters, we will continue to assist law enforcement to our fullest ability.
A warning if you use any of the city's trails. La Crosse Parks and Recs says the warmer weather can create soft and muddy conditions. The trails can easily become damaged by hikers and excessive bike traffic. People are being asked to avoid soft trails.
Yeah, and those trails may become a little bit softer tonight as we get more rain on the way here. Just a light rain that'll be coming through tonight, but that's something to keep in mind of. For this evening through about 10 p.m., it should be fantastic weather out there, just increasing clouds, but overall very mild conditions. That system out to the west will take its time to get here with increasing clouds throughout the evening, but it will be probably closer to 10 or even after that we start seeing some light rain approach the area. But that is a system we're tracking. You can see by the time we get to about basically 8 or 9, you start seeing some of that precipitation start to come across, but really not till about 11, 10 p.m. we start seeing a line of showers begin to approach. Even potentially there is some thunderstorm activity that we could see for southwest Wisconsin going in later tomorrow morning. But overnight lows will be well above freezing, so it will be all in the form of rain that we're looking through overnight. So mid-30s potentially. You see about a 31 up there to Ladysmith. Some of the area might see a mixture as we get closer to tomorrow morning, but overall cloudier conditions tomorrow. Precipitation ends in the morning. It'll be cooler, but still above average for this time of year. We just won't see the 50s like we saw today. As we go later on, we have some more opportunities for a little bit of rain or snow. The mild conditions continue through most of the week, and the wind will be probably the bigger story as we head to the later half of the week. And we'll break all that down a bit later.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Greg. Well, the Vatican says Pope Francis has been able to get out of bed and eat on his own, but is still in critical condition. The 88-year-old is spending a 12th day in a Rome hospital, the longest stay of his papacy. Outside the hospital and around the world, people continue to pray for him. Earlier today, a doctor at Amplify Health weighed in on the Pope's condition.
We see patients recover from pneumonia frequently, even if they require intensive care. He has multiple organ systems involved in his disease, and so it'll be a long road to recovery, and he may not completely recover.
The Associated Press says the Pope was able to do some light church work today.
The Onalaska School District will interview superintendent candidates tonight in a closed-door meeting. Former Superintendent Todd Antony stepped down last November. He held the job for 5 years. The district used focus groups to determine desired qualities for the next superintendent.
A new program is offering students with disabilities the tools they need for higher education. Getting to College is an organization focused on inclusion, and it hosted a special presentation today at Black River Beach Center. The event offered some guidance for people with disabilities as they begin their college journey. Some trainings, support, and resources were made available to help students pursue higher education and achieve success.
Individuals who may have any support need, first-year college student, individuals who have experienced challenges with their learning, they might not have any diagnosed disability. We are open to support anybody in pursuing what it looks like to go beyond high school.
A pre-college summer program will offer college tours, guest speakers, and some interactive workshops.
A local school is expanding to better serve families in need of childcare.
How the move will help fill a shortage after the break.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us and stay a step ahead with Galaxy AI.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Dreaming of a career but worried about time and cost? At CVTC, we make it easy. With low tuition costs and a wide variety of programs to choose from, we'll get you job ready in just 1 to 2 years. You'll graduate with minimal debt and find a career you love with competitive starting salaries. Dive into your future today with affordable, fast, and rewarding programs at CVTC. Visit cvtc.edu to learn more.
The fact that Brad Schimmel supports the 1849 law terrifies me. When I was pregnant, I had complications, but because of the ban, doctors couldn't help me. Brad Schimmel has no idea what it's like to lay in a hospital bed, pregnant and dying. The 1849 law that Brad Schimmel supports almost killed me. Brad Schimmel is too extreme for the Supreme Court.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
A big change is coming for students and teachers at the Great River Montessori School.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk joins us live in studio with more. Grace.
Ken and Emily, the Great River Montessori School is in the process of expanding their school to provide more families with childcare. Next fall, the school will move to a new location in Holmen. The facility will allow them to expand their current classes, add a summer program, and offer childcare. Great River Montessori's new location will offer 72 childcare slots total, 16 for infants and toddlers. One co-founder says it will address an important need.
We did some research from the Parenting Place and different places like that, and found out that there's a very big need for childcare, and a lot of people don't have reliable childcare and have to miss work, and that affects their jobs. It affects the employee, the employer.
Great River Montessori's childcare slots are open to families across the county. Great River Montessori School still has open slots for the 2025-2026 school year. Ken and Emily.
All right, thank you, Grace.
Still to come, a major cruise line changing its policies for passengers under 21.
How these new rules could affect your next trip.
And we definitely have mild conditions there continuing on. We have some light rain that may persist beyond tonight. We'll break all the down the rain chances as well as when this mild condition will actually come to an end. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
When we sit down with the customer, we're going to present the options. I want to be completely upfront and honest. I want to present every option to the best of my ability, and I want that customer at the end of the day to make the decision for themselves for what's right for them.
Welcome to Luther High School. We'd like to give you a glimpse into what your child will experience here. Smaller class sizes, focusing on their needs. Exploration of the arts. Students working together. At Luther High School, you'll find a community building a foundation for the future and a family for life. For more information or to schedule a visit, go to lutherhigh.org or find us on Facebook at We Love Luther.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you. For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
A 7-year-old girl attends a birthday party at a local swimming pool. She's sexually assaulted by a repeat child molester. The monster faces 100 years in prison, but Judge Susan Crawford let him off with just 4. That was Crawford's choice. Now he's back on the street, walking distance from a school. And Judge Crawford, she wants a promotion. Susan Crawford, dangerous decisions, wrong for Wisconsin.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
Get $3,000 total cash allowance on this 2025 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $5,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
When I'm done, cleaned up, and I take the customer down there, I go through it all with them and explain how the equipment operates, show them how the bypass operates, how to set the clock, how the unit actually backwashes, pulls brine, how a water softener actually works.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
If you're planning a cruise, there are some new age restrictions for young travelers.
Yeah, Carnival Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean have new policies for minors. Passengers must be at least 21 to sail solo, and those under 21 must travel with a guardian over 25.
Guests aged 21 to 24 can travel with their minor children. Royal Caribbean requires guests under 21 to stay in the same room as an adult 21 or older.
Yes, you were right, Ken. Caribbean, not Caribbean.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Tomato, tomato.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
But doesn't it kind of this weather kind of get you in the mood for maybe a cruise? We were just talking about how you never been on one.
Never been.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to entertain the idea, I suppose. But with the weather the way it is, I don't really want to leave Wisconsin right now. It's so perfect, Greg.
Well, you know, we're going into March, and March can be kind of crazy with the weather, so get ready for swings back and forth. With even snow, we definitely could still get a lot of snow going in through March. Some of the bigger snowstorms we've had are in March or even early April. But for the time being, we do have wet conditions coming in for Wednesday. We have light rain that could be coming through, maybe even a thunderstorm possible too with this. Mixing with snow, there's a slight chance for that before it ends, but it won't be pretty much a road issue given that our temperatures will be above freezing at that point. There's another opportunity for some flurry sprinkles basically late Wednesday night into early Thursday as some more cooler I should really say, comes behind this next system behind this. And then Thursday, it's the winds that are the issue out of the northwest, and then we'll have winds, but they'll be coming out of the south coming Friday with the next system. So we'll have some wind issues, especially Friday. I think that'll be the strongest of the winds too, along with temperatures will be coming right back up too. Overall, we see a lot of cloud cover will continue to increase throughout the evening. Temperatures still staying fairly mild for this time of year. Precipitation will struggle to probably reach the ground until we get after about 9 or 10, and then you start seeing some scattered showers begin to approach the river. Once we get past 10, a lot of this activity then will increase in coverage, and it's really after midnight to about 6 a.m. when the most of the activity will occur here. And take note of the two areas, one down there in southwest Wisconsin, we'll start seeing expanding right there by about 3 to 4. This is where you might see actually a thunderstorm developing as the main system begins to approach here. Showers begin to approach all the way up to Eau Claire. Not much as you go further north than that beyond this point. So the morning commute could be wet, especially further south you go. Once that comes by, then the opportunity, I think, after about 7 or 8 to see maybe a little mix right there, maybe east of Sparta, Vokesfield, up in those areas that could see a mixture coming on before it ends. But by that point, our temperatures are still right at freezing or above. So even though road conditions won't be a problem, most of the other area will just see lingering cloud cover in the afternoon, some low cloud cover that might see a little bit of a sprinkle or flurry developing. You can see some of that popping up right there. Overall temperatures will still be mild, but just more in the 40s. Then we might have a little bit of clearing going on before we start our next little wave of system coming through. As I mentioned, precipitation, most areas under a quarter, but where some of these bands or even a thunderstorm develop, especially southwest Wisconsin, maybe just north of Eau Claire, north of La Crosse, could pick up a little bit more than a quarter to a half. But most areas will be light precipitation, not expecting heavy. After 8 a.m., not expecting a lot really. Most of that is pushed off to the east. Temperatures tomorrow still above average, but cooler than we had yesterday with all the cloud cover that will be going on and the wind change. Mentioning that Wednesday night, Thursday, a little bit of wraparound system comes through. You can see a little bit of snow showers actually north of Eau Claire, maybe transition to a little bit of rain or snow showers going into Thursday morning. Not a lot of activity, but this will be the main story, cooler air and the winds with this behind it. Thursday's temperatures still overall not too bad, but that'll probably be early in the day because the winds are going to turn out of the north. Could be above 20 miles per hour, so a breezy Thursday, and then it switches around. It's a windy Friday, but the temperatures are going the other direction up to the 50s, and then a sharp drop behind a cold front coming Saturday, but that doesn't last too long as we get back to average on Sunday. Next best chance of maybe some messy issues, probably not till maybe next Wednesday.
A long ways away.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but it's March. We're going to go to March, so it still can be kind of crazy weather going on in March, especially as we go throughout the month.
Oh, yes. A lot of question marks. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, preheat the oven. How the frozen foods aisle is inspiring a new look for a Brewers minor league team. Plus, Green Bay Brewery is teaming up for a new concoction during draft week. But what will it taste like? Jacob is next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Brad Schimmel wants to take us back to an abortion ban from 1849, back to a ban with no exceptions, not for rape or even health of the mother. Brad Schimmel, too extreme for women, too extreme for the Supreme Court.
Your mom got a new tractor? Yep. Can she see in the dark? Can do. Hook up all the implements? Can do. Steer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. Shift like a race car? Can do. I'm out of here.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
Wisconsin, one of those places where families spend their winters among frozen lakes and snow-covered hills. With all the fun they're having, it's easy to take for granted how they warm up, by the fire, or simply adjusting their thermostat. But for some of us, it's not that easy. Some of us need to decide whether to heat or to eat, or to further neglect our basic survival needs. We are working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans, all struggling to pay record heating bills. These dangerous temperatures aren't just uncomfortable for us, they can be deadly. If you are struggling to decide if you can put food on the table or heat your home, please reach out for a hand up. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Brad Schimmel let thousands of rape kits sit untested for years.
While rapists walked free
and victims waited for justice.
Take it from a sheriff.
A sheriff.
A cop. Brad Schimmel's too extreme for the Supreme Court.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
138 girls basketball teams in Wisconsin will see their season come to an end tonight as it's the opening night of postseason action right here in the Badger State. A couple we're watching around the area, the Logan Rangers will look to pick up a third win over Toma this season. Timberwolves are 1-23 and Logan is 6-18 entering tonight's regional matchup. And the Luther girls are hosting an opening round playoff game as they welcome 12-seed Osseo Fairchild. Thunder are 2-21 while the Knights boast an 18-6 record. Highlights from these games and others later at 10. The UWL women are also fighting to keep their season alive as they're on the road in the first round of the WIAC tournament against Stevens Point at 7. These two teams split the two meetings in the regular season, with each squad winning on their home court. The Pointers defeated the Eagles by 7 last Saturday to clinch the 4 seed, while La Crosse is the 5 seed. UWL is just 8-21 all-time in the tournament. The winner will face either Oshkosh or Stout on Thursday. Well, in case anyone is planning on attending the NFL Draft in Green Bay in late April, you may see a special beer for sale. 9 Green Bay area breweries collaborated to make the concoction called 8th Round Downtown Pale Ale, which is explained as a hoppy and refreshing hazy pale ale with a blended pine, grapefruit, and peach flavor on top of a, quote, silky smooth body. It'll be available in the greater Green Bay area during draft week. And how about this? The Wisconsin Timber Rattlers, the Brewers' high A minor league affiliate, has added another identity to their alternate arsenal. Meet the Wisconsin Frozen Pizzas. People in this state supposedly consume more frozen pizza than any other state on a per capita basis. Trust the data there, folks. Thus the transformation. The first game featuring the change is Saturday, July 12th at 6:40, and a frozen pizza mascot bobblehead presented by Jax will be given out to the first 1,000 fans. And guys, the team made sure to say, do not place any of the merchandise in the oven. Or it could be dangerous.
Thank you for the warning.
So what do we think?
I love that.
It's incredibly cool.
I learned that Wisconsin had the most frozen pizza manufacturers in all the U.S. Mind blown.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Right? Apparently there's like 50 different brands in a high-end grocery chain. So
yeah.
A very cool aspect. They used to be the Wisconsin Utter Tuggers back in the day, so this is a new one as well. So
doesn't it make you hungry?
Yeah. You guys never had Jack's Pizza.
I've never had Jack's, no. But you know, can you blame me when we have like 8,000 different frozen pizza options in the grocery aisle?
It's the frozen pizza capital of the world.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess we got to put it on our list.
Yeah,
We'll bring one to the
Jack's.
office at some point.
I like that idea.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
Jason. All right. right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get over $2,700 purchase cash on 2025 Sierra 1500 models.
Visit your Best Choice GMC dealer today.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
All right, tonight we'll have light rain developing mainly after midnight for most areas. Even a rumble of thunder is possible in a few areas, especially southwest Wisconsin. Mild, it'll be in the mid-30s, so we're not expecting any road issues, even though we might see a little bit of a changeover to some snow tomorrow morning for some areas. Not as warm tomorrow, but still above average. Thursday, the winds will become a problem, and the winds will also be a problem Friday, but they'll boost the temperature up to 50. And then overall, the rest is still mild, with really the next impactful maybe weather for travel. We'll have to keep an eye on it, probably not till next Wednesday. But all in all, we're going into March. Obviously, it could be kind of crazy weather as we go into March. Definitely, we can still get a lot of snow yet.
Crazy weather is good weather for pizza delivery, right? Reading pizza or frozen pizza.
Bringing it all around.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 10.